Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video we're gonna discuss about how to create a new instance with the help of AWS Lambda. So firstly you have to know about that what is AWS Lambda. So basically AWS Lambda is a compute service that let you run code without provisioning or managing servers. So, AWS Lambda is a serverless computing service provided by AWS. It allows you to run code without having a servers. So, with Lambda, you can write code in a variety of language, including Python, JavaScript, and AWS will automatically execute that code in response to specific events such as changes in data, update to database, or the arrival of new file in the S3 bucket. So one of the main benefit of using AWS is that it allows you to run code when it is needed, which can greatly reduce costs. Instead of having keep servers running all the time, you can use Lambda to automatically start and stop instance as needed based on the event that trigger your code. So another benefit of using AWS Lambda is that it automatically scale to handle changes in traffic. If your code is receiving a lot of requests, Lambda will automatically spin up more instance to handle the load and then spin them down again when the traffic subside. So overall, Lambda allows developer to build and run applications. So this is all about AWS Lambda. So in the next, we have to know about that what is EC2 in AWS. So all you know that the full form of EC2 is Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. So Amazon EC2 is one of the most used and most basic service on Amazon. So it makes sense to start with EC2 when you are new to AWS. And EC2 is a machine with an operating system and hardware component of your choice, but the difference is that this is totally virtualized. You can run multiple virtual computers in a single physical hardware. So EC2 is one of the integral part of the AWS ecosystem. It enables on-demand scalable computing capacity in the cloud. So Amazon EC2 instance eliminate in upfront investment for hardware, and there is no need to maintain any rent hardware. It enables you to build and run application faster. You can use EC2 in AWS to launch as many virtual servers as you need. And also you can scale up down when there is increase and decrease in website traffic. So this make it popular choice for a wide range of use cases including web hosting, big data processing, application testing and many more. So why we use Amazon EC2? So let me move on and understand why exactly we need Amazon EC2. It provides lot of benefits like auto scaling. This is a benefit that make you most business opt for AWS EC2. It is already explained earlier, and auto scaling is to advantage and provide a crash free experience. So auto scaling is basically providing resource according to the demand. They either scale up or scale down corresponding to the increase and decrease in demand. So you will be charged by the hour, and you will have to pay only what you have used. A company might be using 100 servers normally, and on Monday it scaled down of 50 servers, so it is has to pay 50 servers on those days, not the usual fee for the uses of 100 servers. And also increased reliability. AWS is spread across 20 worldwide region with 61 availability zones, which helps your business when it is expanding. Also this will increase the load speed of your application around the world. So yeah, that's all for this. For the detailed information, you go through with the official document of AWS. Yeah, make do research on it. So let's go into the demonstration part. So let's move on the AWS console. So for the creation of new instance, you have to firstly launch a role. So go in the I'm section and create a role. So in the dashboard, you can see there is users role policies. So you can simply click on that and create a role. But in my case, I'm not creating a role because I have created earlier. Uh, in the previous video, you can see I'm created Lambda role. So you have to just create role. In case you are not created, you have to just create role and attach a policy, that is administrator access. Yeah, basically it provide full access to AWS services and resources. Simply just you have to create a role and attach a policy which provide full access to AWS services. This is pretty much simple. So after the creation of role, you have to go on Lambda. So open in a new tab. Firstly, thing appear that is you have to create a function, and I'll click here create a function. So in this page you have to choose author from scratch as default and enter a name which describe the purpose of your function, and I'll choose here function EC2. And in the next runtime you have to choose the language to write the code your function. So in you can choose not any language, but you can choose like Java, Node.js, Python, Ruby. So in my case I'll choose Python 3.9. So go to the change default execution role and choose a role that define the permission of your function. So I'll choose here existing role which I created earlier, and I'll choose existing role, and next you have to create function. So our function is created and it is successfully created. You can change its code and configuration as well. So in the code section, firstly I'm erase this code and copy my EC2 code which I write here earlier. So I'll copy it and paste it over there. So basically, this code defines. Firstly, you have to know about that. What is Boto 3? The code imports a Boto 3. Boto 3 is the Amazon Web Service SDK for Python, which allows Python developer to write software that makes use of services like S3 and EC2. It provides an easy to use object oriented APIs as well as low level direct access to AWS service. And this code is a Python script that uses the Boto 3 library to interact with Amazon EC2 service. It defined a Lambda handler that is intended to run as an AWS Lambda function. So the script uses the OS module to read environment variables that provide the Amazon machine, which is AMI ID, instance type, key name, subnet ID. These values are used to create an easy to using the create instance method of the EC2 resource. The script then print the ID of the new instance that was created. It was nothing that the script does any handle any error handling. So if any of the environment variable or not set or incorrect, basically I'm not a here configure my environment variable. I'll create it later. So if our environment variable on not set or incorrect, the script would fail. Additionally, it does not have any mechanism to terminate the instance after it have been created. So go to the configuration and set environment variables. So click here for the edit and add environment variable. So firstly, I am adding variable which is our code, that is AMI ID. So the next is instance type, and the next is key name. Yeah, I'll verify it. Yeah, key name, and the next one is subnet ID. Okay, so for the values, you have to go on EC2 for the AMI IDs, and I'll open in a new tab. So go to the instance. I'm using here operating system as Ubuntu, so that's why I'm choosing Ubuntu. So here copy my AMI ID, copy and paste it over there. And instance type, obviously I'll choose t2.micro, and my key name is key pair and subnet ID. So go into the VPC dashboard and go for the subnet and copy the subnet ID. So I'll copy here and paste it over there. So our environment variables are ready to set and save. So as you can see, our environment variable are set. Now it's time for the testing. Go to the test section and name and choose a name for the event, and I'll choose here event EC2. So that's all for this page, and save it. So let's test it. So as you can see that our execution result are succeeded. So let's check the detail. So the section below show the logging calls in our code. So start request and request report request ID. So our logs are successfully executed. So it's time for the checking. So let me check our EC2 instance is created or not. So go in the EC2 section. So you can see that our instance is created. Our instance is created, and as well as uh, status check by 2 check pass, and it is in running status. So yeah, that's all for it. This is pretty much simple. You just have to firstly create role and then attach a policy and and your easy to code and changes as per your choice. Then you have to configure your environment variables, then you have to test it for that. So hope you like it. That's all. Thank you.